Hello guys, Jayanam here, and I want to announce my new Blender 2.8 add-ons, JMesh and JSculpt Tools, but they're not really new. JMesh Tools is the new name for fast Carve. Here you can see the repository on my GitHub, and JSculpt Tools was known as fast Sculpt. The links can be found in the description below. The add-ons are for Blender version 2.82 or higher, and you can download and install these as before, get the zip, and install the add-ons in Blender as zip file in the preferences. But I didn't just upload existing files to the new repositories. So let's have a look at the new features. When you press the N key to open the sidebar, you can find the new panels JMesh and JSculpt. And when I open the preferences to search for it, you can type in JM or JS, and after the installation you find them in the list. Install them from the zip, you don't have to extract it. Just press install and navigate to the zip that you downloaded from GitHub. The JMesh panel is a bit smaller because I added some buttons to columns, and I removed the most options from the primitives panel because they were redundant. You see all the options here directly on the screen when you enter the primitive mode. And here's a new feature that I really like. Let me select a primitive, for example the circle. The bool operation is set to difference, and in the previous version you had to define the target of this operation. But now when you create a primitive and ctrl click onto an object, you define it as the target automatically. And this looks like a small feature, but it is really helpful. Okay, then ctrl click again. This means I apply and cut through the whole object. Okay, now I move this downwards to reuse the circle. And now I want to extrude this, and this also changed. I pressed the E key to extrude. And now you can use the arrow keys up or down to increase or decrease the extrusion. And this is more accurate than the extrude of the previous version, where you extrude it with the mouse. But anyway, I will re-implement this from the scratch. Alright, let me demonstrate changing the target. I add a new object, for example a cylinder, and then I use a rectangle as primitive, press the P key to change it. I press F to be able to draw the rectangle from the center, and then I draw this snapped to the grid and to the cylinder, because both options are enabled in the panel, and here you can see the target is set to the cylinder, and again I press Ctrl left click to cut through the object. But there is more. Let's switch to this project with this work in process character, and I want to add some kind of cables or pipes. And you know, there is this new feature to add curves as primitives with 2 clicks. So I add the first point here and the second one at this kind of connector. You see, it's very simple to do this, and here's the curve, and now press Alt and S to scale it down, but you can see the start and end point still fits. And this is what I want. Then I can right click to subdivide, because the curve is created in edit mode, and then I can grab this handle and rotate or move it around to change the shape of the curve. Okay, and then I do the same for the other side as well. Nice, but have a look at this. The caps are not filled for the curves. And this is a problem when you convert it to a mesh and then you want to, for example, remesh it to go to sculpt mode and so on. Of course we could add another curve as bevel, and then we could use the option fill caps, but this is another tedious step in the workflow. So I decided to add a shortcut, a new function to convert the curves to meshes, and after that filling the caps. So I select the curves, and here I have the button curve to mesh and fill, and look at this, what happened. Instead of curves we have meshes now without any holes. Again, a nice time saver in my opinion, and now I select the body and the pipes. To show you a new feature that I added to JSculpt, I select the JSculpt panel, and here you have the remesher, where you can set, for example, the voxel size. I set it to a quite high value, because I want to union the pipes and the body to be able to use this as one object in Sculpt mode, and there's a new button called Join and Remesh that I press. And this takes a while because it's a high voxel size. And now the objects are unioned, and the resolution is high enough so that we can use this object for sculpting. Okay guys, these are the new add-ons that are so professional that they will cost a lot of money now. No, they will stay free forever. If you have any feature wishes or ideas, then add these to the comments and I will take these into consideration. If you want to support the development, be my patron, this would really help a lot. Subscribe to my channel, follow me on my Instagram, Facebook or Twitter, and I'll see you in the next one on JNM.